Hello from San Antonio. This is Siren Tarot. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. His or her exact thoughts and feelings. Before I get into the reading, I've got all this for sale at eBay. Crystals, bracelets, tarot cards, art, etc. Link in every box. So this reading is timeless, and for this reading there are 4 different options. This is option 1. Option 2, and I'm selling this crystal, the amethyst, at eBay. Option 3. And Quattro option 4. As always, timestamps will be provided. Don't overthink it. Just think of your person of interest. Take a deep breath and make your selection. If you chose the first crystal, here is your reading. Their exact thoughts and feelings, emphasis on entertainment purposes. Knight of Shields, Knight of Pentacles, Caballo de Oros. 8 of Cups, Ocho de Copas. Knight of Spears, Knight of Wands, Caballo de Bastos. Three of Pentacles, Tres de Oros. 6 of Pentacles, Seis de Oros, and Page of Cups, Soda de Copas. King of Diamonds, King of Pentacles, Rey de Oros. 3 of Clubs, 3 of Wands, Tres de Bastos. 6 of Pentacles again. This person is not a romantic, but in their way, I would say they are in love with you. This person's very matter of fact. Some would say transactional when it comes to relationships. There's a mutual flow of energy here. The sex is good. Or if you've not had sex yet, the sex will be good. There's definitely chemistry here. This person likes you. They respect you. They enjoy the sex, or they will enjoy the sex when you have it. They love the chemistry. They're into you physically. They like what you bring to the table. They're very matter of fact. This person could have Sun in Capricorn, Scorpio rising, Moon in Sagittarius. Of course, that's one possibility of many. But this is not the kind of person who's going to just send you endless playlists or write poetry for you. Not a romantic, but they like you. They do regard you as an equal. This could be a coworker, or you work in the same field, the same industry. I feel like with all these pentacles, you definitely have more in common than the chemistry, but the chemistry's there. There's a lot of lust here. I can see you and this person having a child or children together. But this is very balanced. It's very measured. It's step by step, a natural, organic progression. Nothing crazy. I'm not seeing extreme highs or lows. I'm not seeing drama. That's a good thing. Could be an age gap because we have these 2 knights and the king. I feel like this person's love language is probably acts of service. They will fix your car for you. They will fix whatever's broken. I feel like they're good with their hands with all these pentacles. They'll run errands for you. But this person is very conservative and smart with their energy. This is not the energy of a raging addict or someone who has crazy mood swings. Their energy is very measured and stable. Now the astro die. Saturn. Yeah. Saturn in Libra in the 2nd. That's the house of Taurus. Strong earth energy for one. This person does take relationships seriously. The great thing, one of the really good things about this person is that when they are in a relationship with you, they're not going to cheat and they're not going to be distracted by Instagram models or whatever. When this person decides on someone, they decide on someone and they're all in, heart and soul. They're loyal and they take relationships very seriously. Five, Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. I feel like communication is really good between the two of you. The communication just flows and it's consistent. 3, Sagittarius. 8, Capricorn. 6, Venus. 9 is Mars, Aries. So 5 is the dominant energy. Yeah. And 5s do suggest conflict, but I'm not getting conflict here. So Mercury being the dominant energy, it could be that you and this person have Mercury conjunct Mercury, or as I said, the communication is just almost effortless. Really strong communication. And I do see this person regarding you as an equal. North Carolina. Oh gosh, I see a word that I'm not going to spell because that would not be polite. RN, registered nurse. They could be a nurse. You could be a nurse. I'm seeing Tennessee. Tanya, Tony. I'm seeing Tim, Tom, Tommy. Nathan. Catherine, Kathy. Ron, Ronnie. Randy, Curtis. Yeah, I'll stop there. That's what I see for one. I hope that helps. I do this full time. I am always available for private readings. All the info is in every box. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. And if you chose the amethyst crystal number 2, here's your reading. Uno más. Two of Shields, Two of Pentacles, Dos de Oros. The Lovers, Los Enamorados. King of Shields, King of Pentacles, Rey de Oros. Looking at the stove clock, it's 9:33. That's 6, Venus. And today, Friday, is ruled or sponsored, as I like to say, by Venus. El Mago, the Magician. 7 of Pentacles, Siete de Oros. 4 of Swords, Cuatro de Espadas. I wouldn't say this person is in love yet, but there is no crazy rush here. This person wants to take the steps and get to know you in your totality. There's a lot of potential here, but there's absolutely no rush. I keep the jokers, they amplify the cards that they touch. Harrison Ford is a Cancer, so the Magician is amplified. Jack of Spades, Knight of Swords, Caballo de Espadas. Ooh, that's a beautiful note to end on. Two of Hearts, Two of Cups, Dos de Copas. This person definitely senses potential with you. They are definitely intrigued. I can see them lighting up like a damn Christmas tree whenever they get a message from you. You make them smile. You make them laugh. But this person is very smart and stable and independent. I'm not getting codependent vibes, similar to what I saw for pile 1. This person's energy is not scattered. It's not manic. It's not all over the place. This person is not just chomping at the bit to get married tomorrow. They want to get to know you in your totality. They want things to unfold at a natural, easy, organic pace. Very similar to what I saw in pile 1. This person is smart. This person is cerebral. This person is a hard worker. And they do see you as an equal. They see you as someone they could have a really good, gratifying relationship with. Man, there's a lot of air energy here. Gemini, the Knight of Swords, the Lovers. 2 Gemini cards, Magician and the Lovers. 4 of Swords, 4 is the number of Aquarius. Oh, and the 2 signifiers, the Knight of Swords and the King of Pentacles. That's interesting because in pile 1, I also had all masculine signifiers, but it's just energy. It doesn't really, it's not about gender, it's about energy. So there could be an age gap. They could be a few years younger or vice versa. A possible astral combo for this person, they could have Sun in Gemini, Aquarius rising, Moon in Taurus, one possibility of many. But so similar to what I saw in 1, I don't feel like this person is a romantic. They do take relationships seriously, but they're very matter of fact. They're not going to just send you endless playlists. They're not going to write poems about you, probably. Like what I saw in pile 1, their love language could be acts of service. I feel like they're really good with their hands. And this person's just smart. They're smart as hell. They could be an architect. They could be a computer engineer, a programmer, a coder. They could be a doctor, a lawyer. I feel like they have above average intelligence. And they want someone smart. They're not really turned on by looks. I mean, there has to be an attraction, obviously, but their main thing is they want someone they consider an intellectual equal. And they do see you as an intellectual equal. They could have interesting conversations with you. And you can hold your own in a relationship. Like them, you're independent. You've got your own thing going on. And that's part of the attraction, I would say. Tremendous potential here. No rush. Okay, the astro die. Okay, that's the North Node. North Node in Leo in the 11th house, which is the house of Aquarius. So their soul's purpose for this lifetime could be how to loosen up and express themselves more freely. I feel like this person's really adult. They're very serious, very matter of fact. And you provide a contrast to that. You're more free-spirited, you're more spontaneous, you're more expressive. And they feel like they can learn from you. They love your personality. They love your mind is what I'm getting for two. Six is Venus. So yes, they're definitely attracted to you. 1, Leo. 2 is Cancer. 7, Neptune, Pisces. So 8 is the dominant number. That's the Capricorn energy. 8's the number of Capricorn. So yeah, they take relationships seriously. When they do fall, they fall hard. They fall deep. And like what I saw for pile 1, this person is loyal, not a cheater. Could be an ENTP and BTI. No, I don't feel like this person's an ENTP, but maybe you are, because an ENTP is an NE Dom, that's extroverted intuition, and an NE Dom or an ENTP is someone who is really adept at expressing themselves. They don't hold back. So you could be an ENTP. Perhaps this person is an ISTJ. I'm getting ISTJ vibes. Trent Reznor, 9-inch nails. My whole existence is flawed. You get me closer to God. Okay. Curtis. Ren. Ernie. Ernesto. Okay, I'll stop there. Yeah, that's what I see for 2. I hope that helps. I do this full time. I'm always available for private readings. All the info's in every box. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. And if you chose 3, here's your reading. Knight of Swords, Caballo de Espadas. 8 of Swords, Ocho de Espadas. The Tower, La Torre. Ooh, 9 of Swords, maybe they espadas. I've not seen this card in a while. King of Pentacles, he keeps showing up. Rey de Oros. La Torre again. That's crazy. Ace of Clubs, Ace of Wands, As de Bastos, Five of Clubs, Five of Wands, Cinco de Bastos, and Jack of Hearts, Knight of Cups, Caballo de Copas. Okay, this is quite the departure from what I saw in piles 1 and 2, because piles 1 and 2 are pretty similar, and this is drastically different. This is chaotic. This is dramatic. This could be an on-again, off-again relationship, or for some, you could be dealing with someone who's just really going through it right now. They could be going through a divorce. They could be in between jobs. They could be facing legal troubles. They could be facing jail time, probation, something like that. But I see someone who's not in the most stable place in their life right now. Could be an age gap. I saw an age gap for all 3 piles, because we have, and that's so weird. This has happened for all 3 piles. It's all masculine signifiers. Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. It's not about gender, it's about energy. But that's interesting to me that all 3 piles have had Knights and Kings. So this person's energy is quite masculine. I'm seeing a lot of air and fire, so masculine. They're stressed and they don't know how to handle it. This is not someone who probably, they don't know how to meditate. They don't know how to take care of their energy. They could be an atheist. They could be a materialist. They're just very much about the 3D, the tangible, the here and now. And they're not able to tap into the spiritual, the 5D. So they're going through it and they don't know how to change the situation. They don't know how to make themselves feel better. This is someone who's always in the noise of social media. They're always on their phone. I just see this person manically checking everything. Twitter, X, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. They're always on their phone and there's no peace. I can see this person drinking a lot of energy drinks, Red Bull, whatever, all the varieties of energy drinks they have. I've never had an energy drink in my life. I've had about 3 cups of coffee today though. So energy drinks, coffee, tea, soda. This person's just amped up. Their energy is manic. They don't take good care of themselves. They're in their head a lot. Overthinking, over-processing, over-analyzing. They over-communicate. This is someone who could just send you blocks of text, like novels. Very verbal, very communicative, very argumentative. I can see this person getting into it on social media, expressing their political beliefs, whatever. And their thoughts and feelings for you, their exact thoughts and feelings for you, well, I see them being obsessed with you. They could be jealous. They could be suspicious. Why did that person leave hearts? It's your Instagram post. Why is this person all over your Instagram? Why is this person slobbering all over your selfies? What's up with that? So yeah, I'm seeing suspicion, jealousy, paranoia. They're very possessive. It's like they want you all to themselves. This really looks toxic. I'm getting the energy of someone who's simply not conscious. They're very much in the dark. They lack self-awareness. They lack consciousness. This person's energy is just messy as hell. It's chaotic. This looks really karmic to me. So yeah, it could be on again, off again, extreme highs, extreme lows, all around the damn mulberry bush with this person. This person could have Sun in Aquarius, Aries rising, Moon in Aries. Just one possibility. Very strong libido. They like to have a lot of sex. Maybe with more than one person. I don't know. I don't really get the sense that this person is faithful or loyal. This could be someone who cheats, someone who scatters their energy a lot. Okay, we've got Cancer, Uranus and Cancer in the 8th house, the house of Scorpio. They're intense, yes, but they can be a hypocrite. And that happens a lot if you're with someone who is jealous and suspicious. Well, they're projecting that onto you because they're not faithful. Their energy is scattered. They're easily distracted. They're always thinking of the next thing. I feel like this person has been in a lot of relationships. They have a lot of exes. I'm seeing red flags all over this. I really am. This is so different from what I saw in the first two piles. 3, Sagittarius. 6, Venus. 9, Aries. Oh my God, look at that. 12, 3. So 6 is the number making Venus the dominant energy. It could be one of those connections where the sex is just off the charts, but when you're not in bed together or when you're not sexting, there are all kinds of problems, all kinds of issues. It's safe to say, just going by these cards, this person has more issues than Nat Geo. They cuss a lot. They use very colorful language. Sun. The sun is prominent in their chart. The sun makes a lot of aspects. Big ego. Seeing Curtis, Scott. Let's get some more letters. Axe body wash. Chase, Chad, Xenu. There's a name you don't hear every day. They like to have a lot of sex. On again, off again. Someone who's still dealing with an ex, or you could be their ex. I don't know. There's just, God, there's so much to unpack here. Cain and Abel. The last name. They could be Asian. Don't have all the letters, but I'm seeing Asian. Yeah, I'll stop there for 3. That's what I see. That's what I have. Always available for private readings. All the info is in every box. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. And if you chose 4, cuatro, here's your reading. Little elephants. Fancy meeting you here. Do you come here often? No, not really. Knight of Shields, Knight of Pentacles, Caballo de Oros, 3 of Shields, 3 of Pentacles, 3 de Oros, and 6 of Swords, Ace de Espadas. Four of Pentacles, Cuatro de Oros. Big King Daddy, the Emperor, Mars, Aries. Star, La Estrella. Nine of Spades, 9 of Muchas, Swords, 9 de Espadas. 9 of Pentacles again. 3 of Pentacles, 3 de Oros. Oh, 3 of Pentacles twice. 9 of Pentacles twice. Okay, so thank God it's not like pile 3. Pile 3 was terrible. It's like I say all the time, I don't read reversals. You can get all the info you need from the cards in the upright. I look at patterns. The 9 of Swords is sticking out like a sore thumb. It's not syncing up with the cards around it. So for all intents and purposes, this is reversed. This person is not in crazy town. They're not in 9 of Swords. Their energy, unlike what I saw in 3, is not chaotic, manic, scattered. This person does take good care of themselves. This person is very measured, very conservative. This is like what I saw in 1 and 2, because we got all this earth energy. Hard worker, probably an introvert. They do take relationships seriously, but they do like to dominate. And you probably want that. You like that. You're submissive, they're dominant. When this person wants you, they will let you know what's up, because even though they're an introvert, that doesn't mean that they're shy. They're not shy. They don't lack confidence. They're just very conservative and smart with their energy. They don't like big crowds. They don't like a lot of noise. They don't like to constantly be on their phone or on social media. And when it comes to relationships, they do want one-on-one. They want monogamy. Okay, so they will be faithful. This person's a creature of habit. They could have a tendency to take partners for granted. Because, I don't know, they're very grounded. They're very rooted in reality. They're very adept at 3D stuff. They can get a job, hold it down, pay taxes, pay bills, budget, no problem. And they may bore you at times. But I can see someone who is a good lover, a good boyfriend, girlfriend, good husband, good provider. It's almost like you're their trophy. You're the trophy wife. Or you could be. If the two of you get married, you would be the trophy wife. They want to show you off because they're kind of boring, kind of maybe not much to look at, you know, they're not that good looking or that, they don't really stand out in any way, I'll put it like that. And you do stand out. In their eyes, you have above average looks. They see you as like a model or an actress, a celebrity. I can see them putting you on a pedestal. And they want to show you off. They want to brag. This is my person. This is my woman. This is my girl, whatever. If this person is addicted to anything, it's work. And so that could cause problems in the relationship, perhaps, because they just want to do the same thing over and over again. They just want to go to work and save money. You want to go out, you want to go to Morton Steakhouse, and they want to stay home and make sandwiches and soup or something. I don't know. I can see them being very frugal, very careful with money. And you want to take trips. And they don't like getting on a plane. They don't like travel that much. Yeah, I'm seeing a creature of habit. So their energy is quite dry because we have all this air and earth. Actually, all we have for fire is the Emperor, Mars, Aries in the center. So if you want someone you can rely on, someone who's always there and the sex is always the same, you know, it looks pretty vanilla, this is your person. They probably come from a strong religious background. They may or may not go to church, but I see them having strong convictions and beliefs. And they believe that relationships have to be a certain way. They conform to gender roles, traditional gender roles, perhaps. This is what the woman does. This is what the man does. This is giving trad wife. They want a trad wife, traditional wife. So yeah, like what I said, for one, they love you in their way, but this person's not especially romantic. Acts of service. I've seen that for 3 piles. Acts of service. That's their love language. They can definitely fix whatever's broken. And they could give really nice gifts on occasion, like, you know, for birthdays, anniversaries, they give really nice gifts. But on a regular basis, a day-to-day basis, I see them being pretty frugal with money. I didn't call out a possible astral combo, did I? Oh, this is the only pile I think that just, no, take that back. I was going to say, well, yeah, it has just the one signifier, the Knight of Pentacles twice. Okay, so they could have Sun in Capricorn, Taurus, Rising, Moon, and Aries. Of course, that's one possibility, many. And I feel like they're pretty terse in their communication. They give like one-word responses. Yeah, okay. And that may get on your nerves because they're not very communicative. I'm just flashing back to 2016 to this Gemini boyfriend that I had. We met at OkCupid and moved in together after just like a couple of weeks of dating. Anyway, I complained that he didn't text me enough. And he said, well, we live together now, so we don't have to text. That's what I'm getting for this person. We're together, so I don't have to text and tell you how much I love you. Five, that's Mercury, Gemini, Virgo, Jupiter. Jupiter in Taurus in the 5th house. That's the house of Leo. Okay. Or they could have Mercury in Taurus. They're just very dry, very matter of fact. One is Leo. 2 is Cancer. 3 Sagittarius. And there's 5 Mercury. So 7 Pisces. 8. Oh, That makes sense. Capricorn's the dominant energy. I don't know why I got such strong earth cards for 3 piles, but I sure enough did. Eve, Evie, Evan, Evelyn, Steve, Stephen, Evo, extra virgin olive oil, Evu, yeah. Cox, the last name. Cox Communications. Utah. This person could be a TV repairman. They fix computers, TVs. They fix devices. They could work for Apple, T-Mobile, Tina, Timu, Tuna. Evian. Born in the year of the ox. Stable, reliable, predictable. Vinny, my cousin Vinny. Vic, Victor. Their only vice is vanilla ice cream. They like to eat vanilla ice cream and watch The Walking Dead. Anything else? Nugent. Ted Nugent. Okay. Yeah, we've got Jean. Well, this person has good manners. They're very polite. Very old school. If this is a man, he'll open the door for you. Makes a good first impression on parents. Has an excellent resume. Yeah, that's what I see for 4, and that does conclude this pick a card reading. Thank you all so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Sending you all massive love and light from San Antonio.